Time now for the Morning Rush. We start with Kristen Curry.
Good morning. Showers over the southeastern corner of our state this morning. Those will gradually clear through the day, leaving more sunshine for the later half of our Tuesday. But as we transition into tomorrow, you'll notice more cloud cover over the northwest and southern Colorado. That's our next big weather maker moving in. Colder temperatures and snow likely to continue through Thursday. Sarah?
Fire crews are still out here monitoring for hot spots at this duplex that caught fire late last night. Now, numerous engines were out here fighting the fire off of Wyoming at the corner of Marquette and Vermont around 11 last night. Video sent in by a viewer shows just how intense those flames were at one point. AFD officials say nobody was inside the duplex at the time and no injuries have been reported. How firefighters kept the fire from spreading, coming up in the 5 Facts. Crystal?
All right, thanks so much, Sarah. On to other news this morning. We turn now to new details. We're waiting to hear more from state police this morning about 2 suspicious deaths in northern New Mexico. State police posted to social media saying one of them is in Cuba. The second scene is in Espanola. State police say they have no reason to believe that they're connected. State police say they will release more information once their preliminary investigation is complete. On to news happening today. The man accused of shooting and killing APD officer Daniel Webster is expected back in court this morning. Devon Lyman is accused of killing Officer Webster back in 2015. Today, both the state and Lyman's defense team will meet for a pretrial conference. His trial is still set for March. Our crews will be in court today. We'll let you know what happens. On to other news this morning. New details into the deadly train derailment. Officials now say they believe speed was a factor in this. 3 people are dead after the 14-car train derailment south of Seattle. 70 others left injured. The train was making the inaugural run of a new express line between Seattle and Portland, Oregon. Some careened off an overpass onto busy Interstate 5 below. Transportation Board officials say the train was traveling way over the speed limit. Congressional Republicans are poised to make good on their promise to pass a tax overhaul bill by the end of the year. The House is expected to vote on it today. The Senate could take up the measure as soon as this evening. Their aim is to have it on the president's desk to sign by the end of the week. Happening next week, Mayor Tim Keller will release a list of what he considers most important in the city budget. This with hopes of solving the city's deficit. The city released its forecasted 5-year budget yesterday. It shows a nearly $40 million deficit over the next 2 years. The city says they overprojected revenue from the shopping tax by $10 million. But they say there are other things driving up that deficit, like costs from required upgrades and tax breaks for developers. Keller says they will be looking into several ways to save money. However, he does say APD is not a place to cut, saying it is still a priority. On to new news this morning. Albuquerque City Councilors voted to approve a cruising task force. According to the Albuquerque Journal, the task force would protect people who want to cruise downtown. Those who voted for it say it helps preserve the car culture that exists in Albuquerque. An eastern New Mexico man is asking people to help clean up graffiti on a mosque. A passerby noticed graffiti on the Golden Mosque in Clovis yesterday. It reads, "Happy birthday, Jesus Christ," from a real Christian. On the front of the building, the vandal wrote Trump right on the front door. City officials aren't sure if the mosque is still open, which makes charging anyone with a hate crime difficult. But a group is now organizing cleanup efforts on this. Kristen. Oh, another bill aimed to get more kids into college will also be on the table next legislative session. State Rep Nate Gentry introduced a bill updating state high school graduation requirements. Currently, students will fill out next step plans to keep them on track for graduation. The new bill would require upperclassmen to apply to at least one college or prove they're committed to an internship or military service after graduation. Now we'll send things to Kristen.
Metro Threat Index at a 0 for today. Not looking at any big weather concerns. High temperatures in the low 50s, sunshine overhead, light winds coming out of the west. The only thing you'll want to watch for is this morning, a little bit of frost out there. We have enough moisture for that, but not enough to see anything in the way of rain or snow. Crystal?
The Salvation Army is needing your help this morning. They say this year Albuquerque has only reached 52% of its goal. They only have 1 week left. The organization helps the local community with everything from food to disaster assistance and clothing and shelter. If you can't make it out to one of their red kettles, I should say, the organization says you can donate online or through text. Look at this. The high-speed transportation company Virgin Hyperloop One says it's raised $50 million in new financing. Hyperloop develops super high-speed transportation systems, which it says can cut travel time between New York and Washington to about half an hour. It's also working on projects in Canada, the Middle East, Europe, and in India.
Time now for a check on your Tuesday morning commute. Not seeing anything major out there as far as crashes or incidents go, just our normal slowing. Of course, southbound coming out of Corrales.
Okay, today UNM is hoping to retain the state's workforce with a symposium that begins today. Officials will talk about ways to reverse brain drain and keep the most skilled people from leaving New Mexico. They say most qualified workers want to stay, but there's just a lack of opportunity here. The symposium that runs through Thursday will discuss ways to create more jobs here. On to new facts as you hit the road this morning. Tomorrow and Thursday will be the busiest days for holiday drivers. More than 97 million Americans will hit the road, according to AAA. The group says the end of this year is shaping up to break records with the highest volume to date. All of those folks.
I will be one of the 97 million.
Okay, are you flying or driving?
Flying. See you today, Sunport.
Yep. We'll miss ya.
Miss you coming back. I mean, it's just part of the holiday hustle and bustle.
Yeah, yeah. Don't worry, I'll call you every day at 4:30. Let you know we're on the air.
I know you will.
Time for the 5 facts.
Number 5, we're talking about this. New theories are pouring in from around the world about some mysterious stone pillars in northern New Mexico. Luis Cerna says they're located on land near Cimarron. Cerna says since our story aired, thousands have seen it and called about what they think it is. He says the History Channel is also considering doing testing on the stone's surface.
Ooh, that'll be so crazy to find out. Okay, ART Security takes our number 4 spot this morning. Albuquerque City Councilor Ken Sanchez wants to put more power into the hands of ART security guards. As it stands right now, ART guards will carry handcuffs and mace, but if trouble does break out, they must call 911. Sanchez says the officers, he wants them to have some arresting powers and be allowed to carry a taser. He wants to discuss this with the mayor further before he drafts up any legislation.
At number 3, temperatures a bit more mild today, low 50s here in Albuquerque. The showers over the southeast will clear. Tomorrow is quiet, but tomorrow night into Thursday, snow over the north and southern Colorado. Mix of sunshine and cloud cover elsewhere with much colder temperatures.
On to number 2 now. A gubernatorial candidate is now asking for an investigation into claims that Congresswoman Michelle Lujan Grisham discriminated against a transgender intern. Riley Del Rey says she was fired from Lujan Grisham's office because of her transgender identity. Lujan Grisham denies it. Now Jeff Apodaca is asking House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi to launch a formal ethics investigation. Both Apodaca and Lujan Grisham are running for New Mexico's governor's seat. On to number 1 now. We continue to follow that breaking overnight news. Fire crew is still investigating how a duplex caught fire late last night. Video into our newsroom a few hours ago shows firefighters battling the intense blaze in Marquette near Wyoming and Copper. Firefighters were called out around 11 o'clock last night. Crews were able to put the fire out without it spreading to other structures in the area, including a nearby apartment complex. No injuries are reported at this time.